Welcome to Successful Philanthropy. I'm your host, Jean Shafaroff. This show is designed to highlight the work of leaders here in the United States and then beyond. Today with us, back for another time, because she's such an incredibly important person in her space, Rosita Romero, and Rosita is the executive director of the Dominican Women's Development Center. Let's all welcome Rosita.
Hello, Jean. Thank you so much again for having me in your show one more time. It is always a pleasure to be in your company and to be able to address the population in the Southamptons.
Thank you. And Rosita, I want to start first with your charity, how you began. I know Dominican Women's Development Center was founded in 1988 by you and a small group of women. Tell the story because it's such a fascinating one.
That is right. A group of 9 women, including myself, in 1988, decided that we wanted to do something about the different problems that we were facing in the community as women, immigrants, mostly people of color, and we decided to create an organization to address the problem from a women's perspective with a feminist lens in order to address all the issues in the community, but most specifically how it was affecting women, what we could do to advance the situation of women. And that's when we decided to concentrate on empowering women to advance gender equality and social justice. And that is our mission still, in order to be able to address the problems of the community. But they say when you empower a woman, you empower a nation, because the entire family is affected, the children, the husband. And when we started with very limited resources, we passed around the hat at a meeting that we have of 30 women to start the organization. And one of us said, if we want to have a provide services, have a space, have a staff, then we need to have a budget. So I'm gonna pass around a hat, and everybody has to contribute $1. And we collected $30. And that's how we started the organization, with $30 and a dream. And now we are going to be 37 years old. And in those 37 years, we created 7 different programs. And we also increased our budget from $30 to 7 million, and are able to provide services to 10,000 individuals in the community, have a staff of 75 people. So we have come a long way.
It's an incredible story, and I think it's a great story of hope and inspiration. Rosita, how many years were you in this country before you began the Dominican Women's Development Center?
I came to the US when I was 18 years old. I didn't know English. I was in my second year of college. I was able to enroll immediately at the University of New Haven, finish my BA, and started working, became an activist in the community, working on improving the housing condition of people in the South Bronx, and eventually joined this group of women who wanted to do something to improve the condition of the entire community. And we were able to start this wonderful organization. After I got my BA, then I went on to get a master in social work. And when we started the organization, I was only 27 years old. I was just getting my master's, getting ready to get married. And it has been such a blessing and an opportunity, a great opportunity for me to be able to do something that I really enjoy. Being at the WDC has been my passion. It has given meaning to my life. We have been able to change so many lives by helping people with our different programs, whether it is to learn English or to provide childcare services, helping women to receive training, helping them find jobs, or set up their small businesses. And we are just impacting the so many lives, thousands and thousands of lives every year. We feel very proud of our accomplishments.
And you should be very proud. Now, I understand one of the programs you have specifically addresses domestic violence. And right now in the media, we're hearing a lot about domestic abuse. Can you describe your program in detail a little bit? And if someone wants to get in touch with the Dominican Women's Development Center for help, how do they do that?
Yes, the anti-domestic violence program, it's called Nuevo Amanecer, New Dawn in English. And that is precisely what we want to be able to help women live lives free of violence. And this program has a 24 hours hotline. People can call anytime. The number is 212-568-6616. And in that program, the women are either helped to find shelter if they're ready to leave the relationship, or if they want to stay in the relationship, we give them counseling so that they develop assertive skills to stop the abuse. We also have support group because that's one of the ways in which we heal as women in community, getting support from other women who have been going through similar situations. We also do a lot of advocacy. We do community education workshops, trying to give individuals tools to develop healthy relationships, because that's what it's all about. It's about ending the violence in the lives of women, children, families, and men. Everybody has to have some behavioral modification in the process in order to have healthy relationships, which is the goal. And one of the things that this program does is that every year we co-organize something called the Brides March against domestic violence in memory of Gladys Ricard and other women who have been victims of domestic violence. As you know, the case of Gladys Ricard is one where she was killed on her wedding day with her dress gown by a former jealous partner. And it has become a symbol against domestic violence. And it's something that we are very well known as an organization for having very principled stance in terms of promoting the lack of tolerance in the lives of our women. One of the things that has been happening is that the number of homicides continue to increase, and the number of calls through our hotlines and citywide and nationwide continues to increase. That means that we still need more education and more actions that need to be taken by the entire community to stop violence in the life of women and families.
Very important work. And again, could you repeat that hotline phone number?
Yes, it's 212 568 6616. 212-568-6616.
Now, you're based in Manhattan. What about people living, say, in the Hamptons who want to receive your help? I know in the Hamptons we have a anti-domestic violence, a charity called The Retreat. They're very, very helpful. But if someone wants to reach out to you, maybe they're relatively new in the country, their English is not good, can they still do that?
Yes, they can call. We get referrals from all over the city and even from different parts of the country. What we do is that we connect them with local services, um, so they can call the hotline, and we will make sure that we do crisis intervention as well. We provide them with information about their rights, and we connect them with local shelters, or local services so that they can get the help they need. There are some services that we provide also virtually. Jean, for instance, we provide ESL classes. People can learn English online. And as you know, that is one of the main skills that people need in order to be able to find the best job in the country, where they can be able to learn the language and either finish their education, go to college, or just get the best possible paying jobs.
All very important. For the audience, we are with Rosita Romero, and she is the executive director and the co-founder of the Dominican Women's Development Center. And to repeat, Rosita, exactly what you do.
Yes, we have 7 different programs in the organization. We have the ESL classes. To get help with that, people can call 212-994-6060. We also have a program against domestic violence, and that program people can call 212-568-6816. I'm sorry. People can call 212-568-6616. We also have a child care center where we provide services to 110 children who ages 3 to 5. We have an early Head Start program. We have a health promotion program where people can receive information about the prevention of diabetes and other chronic diseases. We help people to obtain health insurance also. And that is the service that can be provided online. People can call our number, a different number for that. It's 212-740-4335. The application can be filed online, and we provide the guidance by phone where people can receive that. We also have an LGBTQ youth drop-in center where people receive different educational and recreational programs. We have a Healthy Families that provides family counseling. We are a one-stop shop where people can get different kinds of services. The main number is 212-994-6060. And to get information in any language, you can also go to our website, twdc.org, and there you will find information about all of our programs, request services, or become volunteers for the organization.
And what advice would you give to someone who's new in this country and feels completely lost?
Um, America is the land of opportunities, and we have to appreciate the wonderful opportunities that we have to get ahead in society. That's what it's important, to be able to fulfill our full potential as human beings, to be able to, as women, we have to practice of self-care and learn to take care of ourselves first, and then be able to help our children and our families. If we learn the language, work hard, become disciplined, and develop very realistic goals and stick to our goals, it is possible for us to improve our life in this society. We are going to be facing a lot of challenges. Challenges are always there. Yes, we have historically faced discrimination. There are going to be a lot of people who are not going to want you to get ahead, but with passion and determination, it is possible to succeed in the American society.
Absolutely. And as Rosita Romero said, hard work, perseverance, setting goals, and of course, living an honest life, which is vitally important, following the law as well. Now, Rosita, I have heard that you're going to be retiring in a few months. What does that mean to the Dominican Women's Development Center? You are the co-founder. You've been the executive director for many, many years. What's going to happen to your charity?
Yes, this is bittersweet because I've been the executive director for 37 years. I have practically dedicated half of my life to the organization. However, it is important that we develop new leadership, that we allow people to bring in new perspectives of how to continue the organization and maintaining strong. I am going to turn 65 years old on August 30th of this year. And I'm very happy to say that I am retiring in good health. Thanks God. And I that is something that I recommend a lot of people that they do, because when you retire in good health, you have the energy to enjoy your life, and that's what I plan to do. I um I will be retiring officially on August 30th, on the day of my 65th birthday, and we are going to open up the search this summer. We are going to interview people internally and externally to find the best candidate. And then I will remain as emeritus executive director for a number of months until the end of the year. And in the meantime, I want to make sure that I leave the organization in the best possible financial condition that it could be. And that's why I would like to encourage all of you viewers to support us by going to our website, dwdc.org, and showing their generous philanthropy through the donations that will allow us to remain strong, independent, to continue to provide services, and to continue to be the organization that we have been, that has impacted and changed the life of so many people and families in our community.
Rosita, if someone wants to apply for the job that you currently have, and since you're retiring, how would they go about doing that?
The best way is through our LinkedIn page, which is basically Dominican Women's Development Center. The job will also be posted on Indeed and on our website. And we are looking for someone who is very passionate about making a difference in the life of Latina and other women, someone with a very strong set of skills and who can lead uh, in a strategic, bold, and visionary way to move our organization forward.
Rosita, you mentioned you started with a budget of $30 back in 1988, and that your current budget is close to 13 million annually. I understand you receive government funding to help you with many of the programs, and as a 501c3, it's still very, very important for all charities, regardless of whether they receive government funding or not, to do their own fundraising because they have many programs that they simply could not continue if they don't do their own fundraising. And in the past, you've had wonderful, wonderful events, fundraisers. I think they usually come every October. Will there be a fundraiser this year? And if people want to give, maybe go to the fundraiser or just want to write a check out or maybe online, again, could you please give the website for the Dominican Women's Development Center?
Yes, actually, our budget is close to 7 million, Jean. We wish it was 13 millions. That would
At
be great.
13.
We can have a generous donor give us a few more $1 million. But in the meantime, we do a lot of fundraising during the year, because the government grants are usually larger in size, and that is good. However, many times the contracts are signed late, and the money is on a reimbursement basis, which means that we have to upfront it and then get reimbursed. And sometimes we lose funding because we cannot upfront it, and that's where the generosity of individuals and corporation comes in. Because if we have the money, we will be able to provide the services and then get reimbursed for it. If we don't get money ahead of time, in advance, if we don't get money in advance, then we will lose that money and not be able to provide the services. That's why it's so important that people support us with their individual donations by going on our website, dwdc.org. And also on October 10th, we're going to have our 37th anniversary. This year is also going to be my retirement party, celebrating the legacy of all the contributions that I have made. And on the website, we will have a page where you will find information of where the place is going to be held, and where the event is going to be held, and where you can support us. But you can support us anytime, all year round, by going to our website, dwdc.org, and any donation would be greatly appreciated.
I'm so happy to hear that you'll be honored by the Dominican Women's Development Center. If anyone needs to be honored, you need to be honored. Now, I know I was honored back in, I believe, 2018, along with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it was a great, great party. And since then, I've been a supporter because I truly believe in the work that the Dominican Women's Development Center does. Rosita, we just have only 2 minutes left. What advice do you want to give to those watching this show that maybe people who need help, but they're somewhat afraid right now? They're afraid to reach out to different groups.
Uh, Well, first of all, I would like to thank you, Jean, for staying involved with the organization for the past 10 years, and for your generosity. You are someone who really exemplifies what successful philanthropy is, by being in so many boards and continuing to have a relationship with those organizations that you help. Right now, it is very important that people educate themselves as immigrants, know their rights, and we understand that people are afraid. However, that should not prevent them from seeking help because they still have rights. If people for instance, if ICE knocks on people's homes, they have to have a warrant signed by the judge in order to arrest them or deport them. There is a hotline where people can call and get information and know about their rights. Of course, they have the Miranda rights of remaining silent, and sometimes there are situations when people are just hard-working people who had no choice other than to come to the United States looking for opportunities. And we want to make sure that they are giving the possibility of becoming legalized in the country, becoming citizens, and then being able to succeed in this society. Um, Immigration is part of the history of humanity. People have always moved from dry lands into greener pastures. And that's something that we want people to uh, pursue the possibility of lawfully being able to remain in this country. And also, we want to continue to contribute to the empowerment of all women and society. We want to be able to make sure that people have their human rights protected, that people are able to improve their lives in our society.
Thank you, Rosita Romero. The United States is indeed the land of opportunity. This concludes Successful Philanthropy. Our guest today, Rosita Romero. Rosita is the executive director and the co-founder of the Dominican Women's Development Center. I'm Jean Shafaroff, your host. I'll see you next week.